Nature has given us numerous gifts to make our lives fuller and prosperous. Silkworm, a caterpillar, is one of these gifts. The luxurious silk fabric from which gorgeous saris, dress materials, clothes are made comes from the fiber of Tussar silkworm's cocoon. Silkworms grow in the wild, chiefly on Sal, Arjun, Asan, spread across the Mayurbhanj, Keonjhar and other districts of Odisha. Once the mother moth lays eggs on the leaves, they hatch into larvae in 8 days. They feed on the leaves for a month and then spin a protective cocoon around themselves to enter into a motionless pupa stage. This cocoon or filament is comprised of fibroin protein, secreted from 2 salivary glands in the head of the worm and a gum called sericin, which cements the filaments. After 21 days, the pupa transforms into an adult moth and is ready for breeding again. The cocoon left behind by the adult moth is made of around 1,000 meters of single thread of silk, is an asset for poor people living in forest fringe areas. Tussar silk production is a traditional occupation and a major source of livelihood for rural and tribal people. People used to collect tussar from natural forests in a traditional manner. However, after its introduction in 1978, silk farming or sericulture continues to provide steady jobs and remunerative income. Every 1 kilogram of raw silk production generates employment for 11 persons, out of which 6 persons are generally women. In Odisha, sericulture is practiced as a sustainable livelihood activity. Considering the vast forest wealth, availability of skilled weavers and human resources in the state, the Forest Department of Odisha has come forward to support the Department of Sericulture as an act of convergence. With an aim to provide host trees for the rearing of the silkworms, the Forest Department has identified degraded forests and wastelands for the plantation of Arjun saplings prepared at its nurseries. Van Suraksha Samiti or VSSs of these areas have been assigned to carry out tasks of planting, maintenance, pollarding or pruning or cutting of branches. They also rear cocoons and sell it to silk parks. While the scientific farming method is able to meet the basic demand for silkworms, the worms those hatch naturally in the forest are extraordinary. In order to maintain the availability of these superior worms and to sustain a healthy ecosystem, the Forest Department procures these cocoons from the wild and naturally rears in the wild. The primary livelihood of people in the forest fringe areas of Odisha is subsistence agriculture. Supplemental income from rearing and selling tussar cocoons helps these people additionally as cash crop. Farmers spend an average of 45 to 60 days and earn a high return with low investment in this sector.
5,000 खर्च होतले 60,000 टका पाइले
200 अंडा नै करी चाष करथिनु 30,000 टका अमर करनी
आम घर तो ड्रेनेज होची मो बाहागर की 15 वर्ष लानी ससुर तथापि मासे भितर ड्रेनेज रे 50,000 इनकम करचंती
30,000 50,000 एमती काहण प्रति बिक्री करंती काहण वर्तमान तो इना काहण होची 6,000
तांको निजर एसेट क्रिएट करि पारछंती केमती पो झियो को बाहर स्कूल रे पढाइबा साइकिल किनिबा हळ बलद किनिबा कि तयारी माने घरटे तयारी करिबा एई सबु रे कि बाहागर करिबा झियो बाहागर करिबा एई सबु रे सहयोग पाई पारछंती जेहेतु एट ए टाइम अधिक परिमाण रे पैसा पाउछंती.
It provides indirect employment to an equal number of reelers, spinners and weavers across the chain, thereby keeping the rural economy healthy. This practice not only provides people a sustainable livelihood option, it also helps in the rejuvenation of denuded forest lands and conservation of existing ones. silkworms showed people reverence for the forest.
ये जो टसर चाषटी माने से पत्र को खाइके ही कोकोन तैयारी करूची किंतु लोक मानकर जो से गछ प्रति गोटे मनोभाव रहूची भल गछ को बढ़ाइबा अधिक पत्र करिबा ता सहित अन्य गछ भी बढ़िबे जाउछंती तो परिवेश तो नियाती भल भी संचालित होउची.
The demand for tussar silk in the country is on the rise. To meet the demand and be self-reliant, Odisha Forest Department is signing a tripartite memorandum of understanding with Odisha Textile and Handloom Department and Central Silk Board to fuel the tussar silk production in India. Odisha is presently positioned second in tussar silk production in the country and is next to Jharkhand. With this convergence, the day is not far away when it will become the #1 tussar silk producing state in India. Vanya Silk will be win-win situation for tussar silk industry and VSS-led forest management in Odisha.